such as Sudan and Egypt, who says it would deny them water of agriculture and their people. We strongly suggest that the headquarters of the African Union should be moved to Dodoma, the capital of Tanzania. We strongly suggest that we should put our heads together and stop Ethiopia's frequent delinquency.
No, we are a people with deep devotion to Africa. We respect the value memory of Somalia being part of Ethiopia. British colonial officials and Italian invaders cut short a great section of Ethiopia. By July 1960, the separation was set to be independent. In the past memory of Somalia, we believe in the past memory of Somalia and the new call for Africa to become one market, we signed an agreement to use a small part of Somalia and East Africa. Our recent dam will help us express our gratitude to Africa for honoring Emperor Haile Selassie and our Prime Minister Malala Zenawi for their great service to Africa. We shall serve our sisterhood countries, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Democratic Republic of Congo, and South Sudan.
The president of Somalia and Ethiopia just had a brief conflict, but now everything is back to normal.
The president of Tanzania is about to address the assembly, Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan.
Your Excellencies, heads of state and government, we in Tanzania must condemn the 121 gangs that, as we sit here, are forcing broken bottles into sexual organs of Congo's women and girls, all because they want to loot precious minerals to give to foreign companies that sponsor them. My government and I must congratulate President Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo for his re-election into office. We also want to congratulate him on his achievement of conducting a free and fair election in his country. This is one of the most commendable elections held in Africa at this time. Well done, my brother. The Confederation of African Football has made us proud, but we believe we can do more. My government proposes a female football tournament for African women in Africa and diaspora, Brazil, Jamaica, and North America. Being the only female president here present, I say we should build up sisterhood amongst African women. African women should be more involved in technological and engineering world of Africa. My country is rich in minerals. We have the fourth world deposit of gold. Our diamonds lie sleeping under heads of buffaloes and zebras, grazing in our vast game reserves. We welcome Russia, China, and Brazil to help us build industries for giving them values for customers to buy. God bless Tanzania. God bless Africa.
Your Excellencies, heads of state and government, I, Kais Sahid, protest against United Arab Emirates and Qatar, who are promoting Islamic fundamentalists in my country. I am aware that my country is an Islamic country, but I won't let them turn my country to an underdeveloped country. They are trying to drive Tunisian women into underdevelopment. Qatar Airlines carried Tunisian women in their plane and don't allow them to come out because, according to them, they are not properly dressed. According to them, they are not putting on veils. I say no to that. The first Tunisia president, Mohamed Bourguiba, was well proposed that to discriminate against Tunisian women is to deny the country of the brain power of our women for the development of our country. Other countries are sending their women to Mars and the moon, but they want us to be trapped in their homes doing nothing. In 2023, Tunisia authorities intensified their repression against the opposition and other critical voices, imprisoning several dozens on dubious and manifestly political charges. With the country facing a severe economic crisis, I admit that me and my government need to step up. A boat said to be carrying some 37 migrants got missing. The relative of these missing migrants, who are from a small village called En and Chan in the Stacks, they blocked roads and burned tires around the village, only withdrawing when the government authorities assured the public that such efforts would continue. Tunisia wishes to congratulate football teams of Namibia, Cape Verde, and Mozambique for joining our Cathay Dragon Eagles in showing Africa that countries with small population have rare quality over quantities. God bless Tunisia. God bless Africa.
We welcome the President of South Sudan, Salva Kiir, as he addresses the Assembly.
Your Excellencies, heads of state and government, my country, South Sudan, is mired in a web of challenges and significantly hinders my country's prospects for sustainable economic growth, while most of my country's public revenue is spent on roads that my people are yet to benefit from, which means my country has the lowest level of rural accessibilities to the road networks in the world. Only a few rural population has access to an all-seasoned road, and many roads are rendered impassable or difficult to travel on, especially during the rainy season. And I, Salva Kiir, will certainly not take this. The government must demonstrate political will to meet its people's peace commitments, establish accountability for human rights violations, and take measures against corruption before responsible private investments are made, and the economic growth will flourish. More so, concerning the war going on between my country and Sudan that killed thousands of my people just because of my natural resources that God has blessed us with, which is the land and oil, which is rightfully ours. This is a reminder that as the border was separated, I too was separated, and I promise to do my utmost best to not allow greed and jealousy from rivals to destroy our wonderful peace and unity. Barak Allah fi Junab al-Sudan, Barak Allah fi Africa.
Coming in next to address the Assembly, the President of Kenya, His Excellency, President William Ruto.
Your Excellencies, heads of state and governments, my country, Kenya, is a country on the east coast of Africa, blessed with many resources, with a leading exportation of pineapple. My country's flag and coat of arms were adopted in 1963, which is also when we gained our independence. The colors on our flag represent a unique feature about my people. The black stripe represents my Kenyan people. The red stripe represents our struggle and our strive for independence. And the green stripe represents agriculture, which we really excel in. To my business of the day, I must steal this opportunity to congratulate President Tshisekedi on getting re-elected without bloodshed or conflict, which is very scarce in Africa at this point in time. He also won with 76% of the 18 million votes cast. We must also congratulate you for the visionary decision to become the 7th member of the East African community. The Catholic and Protestant clergy who opposed your election were serving foreign governments who fear a larger East African community, which is on the way to becoming one federal country. In my country, such interests are using lawyers and courts to oppose our plan to send 1,000 police teams to help bring peace to our brothers and sisters in Haiti. But unfortunately, some stupid judges are saying that what we are doing is unconventional and illegal. Meanwhile, they sit and watch thieves embezzle our money from government and say nothing about it. But they say this humanitarian act is illegal. And I will not sit and watch this madness go on in my country. We must also listen to the cries and pleas of women on the streets of my country, saying that being a woman should not be a death sentence. And I must express my anger. And I say no to violence against women and girls in my country. And I promise that as I remain president, I promise to stop all this madness going on in my country. Finally, still congratulating Tshisekedi because of the market, creating a market of 92 million people and the vast minerals. Also, as a gift, my government wishes to oppose an offer to establish a University of East Africa in Eastern Congo, in Bukavu, with a campus in Nyangara on the border of South Sudan.
Lead on, my brother Shishekedi. Asante kwa Nzara Nzuri. God bless Kenya. God bless Africa.
The President of Egypt, the Center of Immigration, His Excellency Abdel Fattah el-Sisi.
Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Governments, the government of Egypt wishes to thank you all for having us here and for your hospitality. I would like to share my sincere sympathy to the people of Gaza, as over 26,000 people or 26,000 lives of women and children have been lost in the war. However, there is very deep anger over the atrocities going on in Gaza. The people of Gaza are boycotting goods from Britain, Germany, America, who have been giving military guns and tanks, as well as military aircraft to Israel. I, for one, will not stand for this. A few weeks ago, I went to the cathedral to address my Christian citizens. I reminded them that they are still my citizens and should not feel inferior. Many Christians of Egypt have developed a feeling of insecurity because of their religion. I want to assure all my citizens of Egypt, despite the religious background. I'm also working towards the encouragement of pharmaceutical industries to encourage the exportation of their products. I'm working towards reducing the rate at which my country imports goods for international markets. I have faith in the ability of my people, and I'm sure that the help of God will be able to expand our market and also export goods of our own. Egypt is greatly endowed with minerals like gold, cobalt, and other very essential minerals. I want my people to learn about the pains of being prisoners of foreign goods we import. I, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, assure you, all of you who are present before me, that before the year 2050, Egypt will be among the world's top exportation markets. I pray that God give me the grace to achieve all our aims. God bless Egypt and God bless Africa.
The President of Senegal, President Macky Sall, would like to make a statement.
The government of Senegal proposes to accuse Rwanda of committing a secret genocide in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo using soldiers and Tutsi tribal killers known as M23. They rape women, kill and burn villages where they know that gold, diamonds, and cobalts are under their soils.
No, the real killers in Africa are the Senegalese mercenaries who were taken by France to kill 45,000 people in Madagascar and another 45,000 in Nigeria. These people who were killed weren't animals, they were human beings, fathers, mothers, and children, and they were killed because they wanted to be free from the French colonial looting of their country. It is for the same reason the Senegalese mercenaries are hated in Vietnam.
What?
A major crisis just happened in the assembly. The president of Senegal just had a major conflict with the president of Rwanda, which involved the president of Senegal walking out of the assembly, and will followed by the president of Botswana, Ethiopia, and Angola. I observed that the president of Nigeria and DRC Congo are trying to make a diplomatic move to bring back the president of Senegal. Welcome the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, as she addresses the assembly.
Your Excellencies, Heads of States and Government, Togo, Burkina Faso. My country, Ghana, is known for their good resources like gold, cocoa, timber, diamonds, and other minerals. Furthermore, following the footsteps of our great leaders, Kwame Nkrumah, I, the President, most of all, love and serve them. I will lead my great country to its success. The utilization of these minerals and natural resources is a dream in progress. With a joint work and cooperation, we together will lead Ghana to its dreamed point. The people of Ghana wish to congratulate the Confederation of African Football for giving our people a great drama of our youth, showing us the excellent talent, courage, patriotism. We apologize for the lackluster performance by our Black Stars. Ghana will make sure that the echoes will not break. Our ancestor, Kwame Nkrumah, made us to sing a song. Africa, Africa, Africa must unite, Africa must be free. Long live Ghana, long live Africa.
The President of Togo, President Faure Ghana Simbe, is about to address the Africa Hall.
Vous, Excellencies, Chef d'État, le gouvernement. Togo is one of the varied landscapes in several biclimatic regions. As you all know, northern Togo is characterized by a seasonal Sudanian climate with a single rainfall season. The Atakora mountain range crosses central Togo with varied landscapes and a few isolated remnants of dense tropical forest. However, the coastal area plays a significant role in the Dahomey Gap, which is a relatively dry savanna zone that separates the high rainfall regimes outside Togo in the East and West Africa. Natural resources, which include food crops such as cocoa, coffee, and cotton, are major sources of our economic growth. Agricultural resources are very vast in my country. Above all, Togo is one of the world's leading producers of phosphate, limestone, and other minerals. In 2013, Togo recorded 1.2 million tons of phosphate output, with 7.5% accounting for the country's exports. Limestone and hydraulic cement have marked increased production in the last few decades. Other minerals found in Togo include diamonds, gold, iron ore, bauxite, uranium, chromite, rutile, titanium dioxide, manganese oxide, kaolin, China clean, and other more. As I stated earlier, one of the most crucial minerals in Togo is phosphate, and the country has approximately 60 tons in reserves. Phosphate mining is a major sector in Togo's mining, making the West African nation the 19th largest producers of minerals in the world. It is honestly so sad that to all of these to President of Togo, alongside my government, brings this news to all of you African leaders sitting here today, that the utilization of these minerals, including phosphate, is only a figment of our imagination. To make our dreams a reality, we need investors who can join us in the technology made from our technical colleges to manufacture machines to process our minerals. Not only will our nation export raw materials, but as well processed, and we will be the producers of these minerals. With the utilization of phosphate, we can supply farmers with fertilizers with a large deposit of phosphate. When we process it, instead of supplying it as raw materials, we will export them to farmers as fertilizers. This is the vision of my government. I and my nation regret the notion of Africa being a mere land of raw materials and minerals. That's the country I look forward to see and make Africa a common market of both raw and processed materials. And I strongly believe, with your help, that we will reach Togo to the peak of its success. Que Dieu bénisse Togo, que Dieu bénisse Africa. Merci.
The President of Angola, Joao Lourenço, is about to address the Assembly.
Vossas Excelências, chefes de Estado do governo, meu delegado, eu desejamos agradecer sua calorosa hospitalidade. The government of Angola will leave the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries regarding production quotas, a move that will bring the group down to 12 members. Angola, which produces about 1.1 million barrels of oil a day, is leaving. We feel anybody who kills them or harms them can expect God's punishment. Finally, the government of Angola congratulates Nigeria on moving on to the semi-final of AFCON. Regardless, our boys did not make it there. We are still very proud of them, and my government will continue to support them in any way possible. Obrigado. God bless Angola. God bless Africa.
We welcome the President of Nigeria, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu, as he addresses the Assembly. This first AU meeting assembly since he was elected as the president of Nigeria in the year 2023.
Your Excellencies, heads of state and government, it is a great day and I'm humbled and happy to stand before you with forward-looking determination to embark on a very strong, bold endeavor to rebuild my country's economy and our people's hope renewed. With all possible best, I'm willing and ready to eradicate corruption in my country. When I spoke in one of our great cities in Port Harcourt, I said, if we want corruption unattractive to our judges and others, we make their welfare. I'm aware of the killings and kidnappings of my country's citizens, and I say, we will not be intimidated by them. My country is a great nation to those who try to destroy the National Youth Service Scheme by killing and kidnapping youth in my country. It will not work. I am also aware of the decrease of the value of my country's currency, which presently lost almost 200 values per dollar. I hereby promise that with my entire delegation, we will put an end to it. How can that be possible? I am aware of my role as the chairperson of ECOWAS. The ECOWAS was formed by my predecessor, Yakubu Gowon and Nasibe Eyadama of Togo in 1975 to prevent the promise to return Nigeria to its past glory as the giant feet of granite of Africa. I have been informed of the danger before me because I stand to lose almost 12 member countries in ECOWAS, following the pullout of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. I am trying my best to resolve the issue and will soon come to terms with one another. I have perceived that their decision to pull out will associate with the sanctions imposed on them, as Mali was suspended in 2021 after 2 coups, Burkina Faso in 2022 and Niger in 2023. We must congratulate my country's football team, the Super Eagles, for their success in entering the semi-finals in the ongoing African World Cup competition. Thank you, Angola, for your brotherhood and suspense. I, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a man of actions, not words only, and will ensure that I do not just make empty promises. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa.
States are gathered for the final redemption of the AU anthem.
Liberation, let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty. O sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life.
Well done, Pan-Africa girls of the Anglican Girls Grammar School. I want to believe that we can do more in terms of applauding what they have just done. It's important for us to know that part of leadership training is letting young people know that a lot of work goes into proper leadership, that you do a lot of homework. That is why what they have spoken to us today is based on the collection of data. Research is done. I'm sure there was quite a number of information that you didn't know about parts of Africa before they mentioned it, or that you knew and you were surprised that young ladies like this already also have the information, and they will go far with it. they will run with it by the grace of God, by the guests of honor. So I would like to encourage our guest and speak on the podium here. Shall we start with Mrs. Williams? Okay, that's great. You are coming together. I think you can't come. I am sure we have all been richly blessed by what our daughters have presented to us this evening. They took us down memory lane up to current affairs and presented the events that have just happened or are in fact ongoing in such a vivid manner that I do believe what their mama said, that a lot of research went into what these young ladies presented. And for that, let us give them applause and say, by their reference to the Israeli-Gaza ongoing war and the stand of South Africa, supporting Gaza because of what we call genocide that is taking place there. I think it just reminds us as human beings that whether you're on the left or on the right, genocide should not be tolerated. And so I say, well done. And the AFCON football that is still ongoing, I was surprised that you would still come to what is still ongoing. The fact that Nigeria beat our brother Angola, displayed here. So we have marched to the semi-finals, and I'm sure we will come out tops. Well done for being abreast of current events. And also, we know a lot of hard work. Keep it up. You cannot succeed in this global environment without working hard. Work hard, and the simulation that you had, do you know that you can attain those positions that you have acted for us here? For the Americans, before you enter college, they count also on your extracurricular activities. I remember one of my things is waiting for her ahead. So this simulation, you never can tell where it's going to take you. So if I were you, the next one will even be better than this. Amen. Congratulations, and we commend you. And we say, keep it up. No knowledge is wasted. The knowledge you are acquiring bit by bit will build up to assist you when you need it. Well done. And we say, well done. Thank you very much.
Yes. I will join to say that you've done so well. I particularly enjoyed work had gone into it, and would expect, because the reward of doing well is to do more, that next year we will give this program a wider publicity. I did some of these things when I was growing up, and whatever I do today, I can tell you, like Mommy Williams said, these skills you're forming now will be what will take you to the next level. So don't joke with it, okay? Keep improving yourself. Thank you so much for what you have done. But just also to say this to encourage you, I know that the AU Summit is on now, isn't it? It's on. The preparation is on. Because 2 days ago, Mommy, the day we came to your house, I was actually in an online meeting. GMAC, they call it Gen Conference. I think they are commencing next week in Ethiopia. And usually they meet. YWCA is a member of that body. Just my agenda. And I spoke to YWCA leaders in this church on the need to come and listen to you people. Because I know why I said. Members, international members of GMAC, they have a seat in AU, YWCA. GMAC has a seat, just like they have UN. And most of the people who did this in YWCA started as young girls, you know, as you are. And they carried on, they graduated, they joined UN, they are working with AU, they're working with UN. That's a source of living today. So we encourage you people to continue. And I've already told Auntie Deborah that I'm interested in this program, and I'm going to support you people with my team. And make sure that we see you people outside Nigeria. In 2020 February, about this time, I still remember, we sponsored 4 young women from YWCA, my group in Lagos, to attend GMAC conference in Ethiopia. And it was their first time of traveling outside Nigeria. As we speak now, those 4 young women are activists, successful lawyers, successful marketing experts, and they are doing excellently well because of that exposure. So I was just seeing you people, your future, from what you're doing. So please take it serious. Yes, it's a serious work. Your time, your energy, everything will be, be put into it, but just look at the future. It's said that when you know the end, you will pay the price. So you will be president, you will be senators, you will do so many things, that you have wished yourself, and it's going to work out. And those of us who are adults on this side, you have seen it. You can imagine if half of this church was filled up today to listen to this young girl, the impact they would have made and other people. So we'll go out and we'll support you people. I shared the link widely. I shared even outside the country, and I'm sure you will get comments, on that.
Hello, friends. I'm standing as a teacher and proud of you. You have given us a very excellent presentation. I never expected such. The glory goes to the students and the teachers as well. They have really tried, and I hope you keep it up. Continue like this. You will succeed excellently in Jesus' name.
Thank you so very much. This is all very encouraging. I am encouraged, so I know that I must be triply encouraged. We will now have, can I ask the media girls to come over? The media girls who are. Hurry up. I'm trying to encourage more comments from members. These were invited guests of honor. And there are other invited here. I'm trying to encourage comments from you, male as well as female. We've had wonderfully an array of women accomplished women giving us their own comments. Can we have comments from the men, the media team? We go around with the microphone to encourage people. They can talk from there. Okay, just enter, go into the crowd. Please indicate.
Like Mommy Onabu said, I'm sorry to say this, those who spoke in English didn't really get my attention. It was those who were speaking in French and trying to mimic those presidents of those countries that really got my attention, and you guys did it very, very well. Especially the Ghanaian president. You really pulled that one through, and then the Kenyan president. Like our mummies have rightfully said, I want to add my voice to it that what you've done, everybody can stand there and dish out those information. Trust me, I never knew half of whatever it is you are dishing out. Right now, at least I know I've gotten a lot from whatever you've been able to give us this evening. And I'm very sure that with this, your simulation just had this evening, your confidence to stand in front of people to speak. And I'm sure when you're standing in front of you and you'll be able to speak with so much confidence, please keep it up. And God bless you.
Praise the Lord. I will want to address you people as a special jewel. You've done well, and we welcome you to the Cathedral Church of the Advent. On behalf of our mama, the wife of the primate, she's not here this evening. She would have loved to be here to hear you speak. Just like everyone who has spoken spoke in admiration of what you have spoken about. I'm sure she would have been very glad to hear you, but duty calls. So she had to be somewhere else this evening. And I'm standing here representing her, myself. I'm sorry I'm late because this information came very late to me, and I already had an assignment that I was supposed to be doing at the same time. But from what I've heard from our mommies who just spoke, they spoke very well about you. And I want to encourage you people. I join my voice with theirs that you should continue with the good work. And the Lord God will bless you, bless your effort in Jesus' name. Do not relent. Move on. Don't be afraid, because he that is with you is more than those that are out there. Praise the Lord. At this junction, from what I have seen so far, I want to say that already the stimulation has started, because one of our mommy just pledged her support. And I believe that you will get so many more. God bless you. Thank you once again for coming. God bless you.
Thank you so much. That is Mrs. Rosalind Akanya, who is the wife of the sub-dean of the Cathedral of the Advent here, and who is standing in and representing the wife of the primates of all Nigeria. So those are heavy words from her. Thank you very much. I'm sure you will hear more from her in future, having seen what you can do, what others have said about you, and I believe she's going to report back to the wife of primates, and let her know that she has some smart girls in the Anglican Girls Grammar School. Thank you very much. Now we're going to have a speech by the principal, Anglican Girls Grammar School, Mrs. Nkiru Nwafo. Could she please step up here, please? As you can see, this is what you're seeing is a collaboration between the Africa Vision 525 initiative and the Anglican Girls Grammar School. And believe me, this time we've had so much input from the school. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much.
Let's put our hands together for her. Thank you very much, ma'am. I will start by asking my girls to please stand. You can join them now. I present to you the future. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit down. I am really proud of you and grateful to God for this opportunity. I have been at AGGS for just 2 terms. In fact, I would say 1.5. So I'll start by thanking our mommy, Mrs. Akanya, who's representing the primate's wife, who is also our proprietor, for the kind comments, and especially mommy's, the two guests that spoke. When you were speaking, my heart was just leaping for joy. Because as the girls were presenting, like we've been told already, a lot of work went into this. What you saw them read, it wasn't something that was handed over to them. They were given access to the internet. They were asked to improve on it. We gave them access. They watched videos. You had the option of reading plainly or to try to copy the accent. They had all of that. And it may not be perfect, but they put a lot into it. And I'm so grateful to the convener of this Africa 525 initiative, Professor Kilo, and his lovely wife. Please, let's appreciate them again. I knew about this also only after I had come into the school, and so we didn't even have a chance to give it the kind of publicity and attention that it deserves yet. Some parents took the time to come in here. Ma'am, please, would you stand up? Parents of one of the girls here, please stand up, ma. Thank you so much. We're really encouraged by your presence. And of course, I told her when we were speaking that I saw a ferry float into the arena. There's a pretty lady there. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for taking this time to celebrate with us. Thank you. Happy birthday. And of course, like Mommy was speaking, when she said, I'm talking as a teacher, I knew exactly how the teachers here felt. Thank you so much, ma. Please, teachers that are here that put a lot of work into this, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I call the one who manages the club here the ambassador, Ambassador Ame. And then the counselor, even the person who's taking pictures is a teacher. Everyone here giving in their best, even those that drove us here, the ICT guy helped them have access, and the vice principal admin, our very pretty grandma. We are so grateful. And of course, the history teacher providing all the information, all the people who took time to be here. We're really, really grateful that you could come to watch the girls. We know that the next edition will be a lot better than what we have experienced today. Albert Einstein says, intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. There's also a wise person who said, education is the passport to the future for tomorrow. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And it is our responsibility as school administrators to prepare these girls for the future that they're going into. And you know, when Mommy was speaking here, she said it's not just about the academics. And also, when Mommy Williams was speaking, look at what catering or cookery did for someone who was applying to a school outside the country. And it's now cliche to say that the world is a global village. So that the skills you have now will speak for you everywhere in the world. And what we do at Anglican Girls is to tell them it's about a lot more than academic. We have our ex-students who are working at places like Goldman Sachs all around the world, different places, doing great things because of how well they were prepared. We do not take spirituality for granted because we know that life in its entirety is spiritual. So we take their spiritual growth very seriously. Also, extracurricular activities like these ones. When you were speaking, Mrs. Williams, I looked and I said, it seems as if you took a sneak peek into what I said to them before the program started. Because I said to them, I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at presidents. I'm looking at powerful people of influence. And do not take for granted what you have now, because very soon, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years from now, you will be standing and you will need to draw on these skills to make a difference. So it's about leadership, and we're really grateful for what you're doing. We're really grateful for what Daddy here is also doing with this program, and we know that it will only get better. I think there isn't really much to say except to say that we are grateful for this opportunity. We're grateful that you're here, and we want you to know that Anglican Girls Grammar School will continue to do even more. Our target is the future. We know that we have to prepare our students now for the future that awaits them. We even have our place to be. They will get all that they need to become well-rounded individuals. You know, one of the things that excited me about the panel, and then I jumped into the project, is that before now, the first assembly I had with them, I said to them, I'm glad they like to read. But if you're a girl that knows how to read, and then you can write and you can speak, then you are dynamite. And I thank God because immediately they jumped on it and they're excited. Every opportunity they get, they don't shy away from it. They're confident. The days when a girl's only aspiration was to become Mrs. XYZ, those days are gone. Time when you hold your own. And I thank God for that privilege and that opportunity. I will end with something also said by Mahatma Gandhi, where he said you should live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you for this opportunity given to our girls to learn. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nwafo. Now you can see why the culture of the school is growing positively, more and more positively. We thank God for all that you continue to do and all that the teachers here are also doing, and for the encouragement of everyone, because we are being given an opportunity to celebrate. I would like for us to listen to the initiator of the program. Don't mind the fact that I'm running up and down here. I'm not the initiator. This program has a history long before Abuja, a history that was birthed in Ahmadu Bello University when the initiator was a lecturer there. So he was working with university undergraduates, but now, hey, young secondary school girls are doing same, and they are doing excellently well. Well done. So I would like to call upon the man whom most of his trainees from the days of Zaria, some of whom are ambassadors or were ambassadors, ministers, and whatever, who went through this training. Also, they took part in this training. Some have been commissioners, some, all manner of responsibilities, public office holders. They all love to call him Prof. So I would like to ask Prof to come and speak. His name is Okelo Ochuli.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, thank you for the generosity. Actually, I'm here to say only a few words. When shame would have really buried me, she offered me the kind of support at INEC, the Electoral Institute. The latest one was at the arena at NTA headquarters, so that the girls can present with dignity and we can hold the project with our heads high. So I'm very grateful to her. Although when I met her today, I reported to her that the president of Kenya is in trouble. He's very unpopular at the moment. The presidents that have done their presentation would like me to say one thing. They would like to go to it. I met Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. She was the then chair of the African Union Commission. I went there to do something for Daily Trust. We were responsible for electing the African of the Year. So after doing that, I went to our office and said, you know, I work with these young ladies in our students to Abuja. She said, but go and talk to Baba. So I came back here, and when somebody told me to go to Yaradua Center, because both President Obasanjo and his vice, Atiku Abubakar, were the chairpersons, directors of Yaradua Center. She said, they meet that lady every month. Go and tell her your problem. I went there, she picked her phone, called Abeokuta, and they said, no, we didn't receive any message from Abuja. So she said, go and write another letter. I am going to Abeokuta next week. So I did. When I met Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, she was very excited that civil society groups are now building Pan-Africanism. It's not just governments that are doing it, but civil society groups from Nigeria to other African countries, so that ministries of education in other African countries will also include it in the curriculum in their schools. So she got her secretariat to start doing it. Unfortunately, she was recalled back to South Africa to run for the presidency, so she went. The person who took her from her poured ice on the project, and the ice has poured hot water over that ice and melted so that the girls can go to Ethiopia and beyond. One of the things which one finds difficult as a trainer is that we tend to treat children or young people as baskets. Baskets into which you pour, is it oranges, or carrots, tomatoes, and don't expect anything back. And you expect what you poured in the basket to stay there like that. Unfortunately, a lot of when education is based on passing exams, we must prepare them for passing those exams. Okay. The people who do the exams are not expecting people who are going to argue with them. When they are asked a question, they spend their time challenging the question. This question is a stupid question because this. They don't get marks for that. They expect you to reproduce what the teacher told you. So that training in a project like this, we now have to say, you have to go beyond the information you have received. If as ambassador of Angola in Abuja, the ambassador sends a report, an idea, forming an opinion, has to be trained. And it takes quite a bit of time. And the young ladies who are our presidents, they're busy actually. They have so many courses they're doing, and then you're asking them to read what will not necessarily come in the exam. I noticed one thing that they're happy about is that they learn about ECOWAS, and that ECOWAS comes in the exam. Okay, that at least they are very pleased with. The other things that I notice is that the science students, those who end up doing engineering, doing medicine, tend to be the ones that really enjoy this project. And when you meet them, when I run into them, they say, when I'm talking with my people, my mates, I notice that I adopt a different attitude from them because of being in Pan-Africa. Because they go from relating with me to relating with each other. They exchange, they start educating each other without perhaps consciously knowing it. And that helps in broadening their minds. So I'd like to empty chair, the empty chairs, the other chairs or rows of seats to in future build on support, and those of you who have influence with Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with political leaders, with business leaders, to support the vision that this idea can be a pioneer project that will go from AGGS.
Thank you very much. Before we celebrate, as I say, I would like us to quickly, sorry, Mrs. Onobo has, please, come over. For myself. Oh yeah, sorry. She can give the girl. Okay, who is it? Can you help me bring the cake? Okay, to the middle. Can you tell?
So, the book I've just given them, the book gift, is actually the book of a young lady who got married at the age of 14. And it's a wonderful story. When I thought of this program, I thought of the gift to give, hand over to them, and I remembered this book. And the title is Stepping Out. Can you raise it, please? Photographer, please. Stepping Out. You have stepped out, and God will continue to guide you all the days of your life. You heard our auntie, your principal, say read, and Prof has also said it. So please continue to improve yourself and continue to expand your knowledge. We will do more for you from what Prof has said. It's not impossible to send them to Ethiopia. It's not. They can go. 25 of them, they can. Not impossible. And I believe that with the force here today, charming it. All these are special guests of honors today. We will work on it. It's a project to be executed. Deborah. So we'll put up plans and we'll do a business plan, God will help us, to get it done. It doesn't have to be government. Even the people of God can do it for them. So I thank you all. Please, can you come, please? Because you are the celebrants today. Okay.
Before that, but you can come anyway to begin with. Come and stay here so that you are with your...
Photographer, please.
Okay. As they take the photograph, we're going to have a special vote of thanks by one of the...
Our special guest of honor, we thank you all for being here today, for your enthusiasm and commitment to this AU simulation. Special thanks to the proprietor, Mama of Nigeria, our dear principal, teachers, organizers, mentors, and our fellow students for their great dedication and commitment to this Pan-African simulation. We want to give all glory and thanks to God for making it possible for every one of us to be here. And we thank you very much for being part of this program and granting us your faces and bodies to be here to watch our program today. We thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Okay, so I think I will ask the celebrant to please step over there. It's your... And you're going to... What's your name, my dear? Peace. Wow.
This was happy when they called her country president.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Who is president of Uganda here? You have to take photograph with her.
I'm going to ask you. Peace will talk to us before she cuts her. Please, may I ask our grandmas to please be with her. And also the initiator of the program, the principal and vice principal of AGGS, and